Hey YouTube, it's Jen.
And Brad.
And we're here for our weekly weigh-in, and as always, let's start with the numbers. I am 5 feet 4 inches tall. Last week, I had a huge loss and was 174.8. This week, I'm 176.2 for a 1.4 pound gain. But given that last week I had lost like 4 point something, I know the loss wasn't real, so the gain is not going to stress me out as much.
Okay. 6 feet tall, starting weight 320. Last week I was 216.6. This week I'm 216.4 for a 0.2 loss.
Yeah. Okay. So, do you want to talk about your week first? Why do you think you only lost 0.2? Because you've been tracking and everything.
I don't know. I mean, I had my 10K on Saturday. That went very well. And I don't know, some weeks are better than others.
Are you frustrated or anything?
No, not at all.
Okay.
Because I'm happy where I am.
Okay, so. Well, what happened this week? Let's see. You had your fluoro.
Yes. I had a fluoro, what day was that?
Thursday.
Thursday of last week. I had an episode the week before where it was the first time in a very long time since I had lap-band surgery. I woke up in the middle of the night and I had terrible heartburn. So out of an abundance of caution, I called up my doctor. Actually, Jen called up the doctor the next day to book me a fluoro just to make sure. I had one at the end of...
Barium Swallow.
Barium Swallow. I had one at the end of December. I do them twice a year just to make sure everything's still good. I had my last one at the end of December. And everything was fine, but out of just an abundance of caution.
Yeah, you woke up. You were woken up by bad heartburn. Like,
Yep.
that does not happen. And we don't take this shit.
Nope. So I went in, and she said it looked amazing. Everything was perfect. She was very happy with where everything was. And it only happened that one night. And so...
But still, it was just better. And the doctor said that she was glad that you did that.
She said she doesn't understand why patients will wait weeks going through something like that. It's like as soon as you have a symptom, come in, because if there's a problem, fix it early.
And I guess we're lucky because with our insurance, the difference between like getting a fill and getting a fill with fluoro is like $30.
Mm-hmm.
And you don't have to get a fill to have fluoro. You can go in there and go, oh, give me a fluoro to see if I can have a fill or whatever. And it's still the same thing. So for the $30 extra for the peace of mind, just do it. For us. I know everybody's insurance is different. But I hope you do not think, because we didn't talk about this, I hope you don't think I'm attacking you in any way, but I can't believe you only lost 0.2 because we had a non-eating week. Like, we didn't go out Saturday, because remember, I went out. We went to Outback, but I mean, you weren't really bad. And then Sunday, we had sushi.
Mm-hmm.
You had sushi. I didn't have sushi. I don't do sushi. I'm just wondering why you only... and you tracked everything, didn't you?
Mm-hmm. Some weeks have bigger losses than others.
Okay, I'm sorry. I'm just...
No, I don't try to figure it out necessarily.
I'm angry on your behalf.
No need to be.
Okay, well then let me go to the angry on my own behalf.
Uh-oh. Here we go.
Okay, so you know how everybody talks about BMI and how it's a ridiculous measure because sometimes you're more athletic than, than it takes into account. So you may have more muscle than it's considering, so it may say you're more overweight than you really are. So I bought into that. And I also, you hear about how the scale the doctor has with the body fat percentages, they're not really accurate because it's about sending the signal up your body and it doesn't go up the entire body and blah, blah, blah. And the only way to get a truly accurate body fat test is to go to one of the tanks where you get completely submerged underwater, and somehow that is the best technology out there. So I'm like, great. Look at all this fluff. Clearly, this is just a bunch of muscle hiding under a thick layer of fat. So clearly I'm going to go and I'm going to find out that I am not as fat as BMI says. So I went.
So Jen actually went.
I went. I am that kind of crazy. I paid $53 to find out my body fat percentage. My body fat percentage is 39.7%. And according to this handy-dandy little chart they give you, your rating, and they rate that percentage, and the percentage goes from essential to athletic to healthy to average to unhealthy to very unhealthy. my body fat percentage is so bad, is that very unhealthy. The only thing lower, I guess, would be death. I'm so frustrated. In case you don't believe me, they give you your little, I'm a female in my 40s, and there's my highlighted number, and basically this says I am worse than the 5th percentile, which means that my body fat percentage is worse than 95% of the population. So needless to say, I'm very angry. I didn't expect it to tell me that I was a supermodel and that clearly my skin is just thicker than normal, but it's all muscle underneath. But I did not expect to get the very unhealthy, almost at the you should be dead any moment range. So I'm very, very, very frustrated.
But you're looking at it incorrectly. You're super buoyant. You won't drown.
So I'm just so annoyed, and I'm sure I could have paid any one of you out there $53, and you all could have told me that I was perfect or healthy or athletic or essential.
Even average.
Even average. Even just plain unhealthy. Not very unhealthy. So,
I did not take this test.
yeah, you're smart. My
Yeah.
mom's like, what kind of stupid are you? And I'm like, clearly the very stupid type. So, yeah, I'm a little aggravated because I work out, 5 days a week I work out. On Mondays I do doubles. I am kickboxing. I am jogging. I am doing step aerobics. Jesus. But apparently...
No, he's got better body fat than you.
So I'm just annoyed. So, and I've been watching this horrible show on TV called Fit to Fat to Fit, where these personal trainers go and spend 4 months gaining like 50 to 80 pounds. So then they can spend the next 4 months losing that weight with their clients, and they can experience what it's like, because, most personal trainers are normally thin and they have no idea what it's like to be fat. So you're watching these personal trainers gain all this weight so they can understand where their client comes from. So now I'm like, seriously, I need to get a personal trainer.
Make them gain weight.
Make them gain weight for me. But because of my wrist issue, and I still have till the beginning of March before I can go to the doctor, so best case scenario, I could start lifting weights in March. Worst case scenario, I'm going to have surgery. But I'm really, really aggravated, and I know that strength training is the answer, but I'm frustrated because I'm worse off than I thought I was. So, Pete, Sleeve Rocker in Canada, if you want to come to Florida, we'll put you up in our guest room. Your job will just be because he's like, my dad told me, you need to go to the gym and find the guy who's the most ripped. Well, you're one of the guys that I know, you're super ripped, so if you'd like to come to Tampa, live in our guest bedroom, you got to be okay with cats. And basically, if we can get you and Nikki Hona, we have 2 guest bedrooms. Nikki Hona could run me around the city, and Pete could force me to lift weights all the times that I'm not running. I could get maybe into the average or healthy category. So,
or at least unhealthy.
Yeah, or at least just unhealthy. We don't have to shoot for the stars. So Pete and Nikki, if you want to help me on this journey, we got 2 guest bedrooms. The first one to respond will get the better guest bedroom. But I'm just saying, I think this could work. Not so much?
You say so, boss.
So that is where we are. And yeah, Pete, TJ's in Tampa. I know you're friends with him, so 2-for-1 deal. Okay, so that is it. I will stop whining and crying like a baby. But clearly I am very unhealthy. So, anything else? So let's talk about the upcoming week.
Yes.
So we are going to D.C. to see Brad's family, which is such a fun trip. But that also means that...
It will also be freezing in D.C.
It will be freezing in D.C., yes. We're from Florida. Freezing means, oh my God, I had to wear a jacket, which means I had to go buy a jacket because we live in Florida. But, yeah, it's going to be a little challenging because Brad has 3 sisters. And one sister who's like, why do you eat lunch? If you had breakfast and you're going to eat dinner, why do you need to eat 3 times in a day? We're not going to see that sister. We're going to see the sister who appreciates food, but that means we'll be eating food. So, It's going to be challenging. It's probably not going to be good on the scale next week. And so we're going to be there Friday, Saturday, Sunday, and Monday. So,
But you can shiver off the weight.
yeah, hopefully, under my dad's cryotherapy theory, if we just stay outside in the cold, it'll take more calories to warm us up, so therefore it'll all be okay. Don't worry. I don't believe in this stuff. So,
Yeah, he's the one
and-
who went with you to sit in a bathtub
that
today.
is true. But when we go up there, because, again, we're in Florida and cold is 70 degrees here, I torment my husband because I'm so excited to have cold weather that when we go to bed at night, even
In
though
DC.
it's 20 or 30 degrees outside, I make him open all the windows in our bedroom
It's friggin' ridiculous.
in DC and make the room like an ice box.
I
like-
literally sleep with 4 blankets
Because
it's so cold.
Oh
it's
my
ridiculous.
God, I love it.
No,
So,
it's not normal.
I'm so looking forward to sleeping with windows open and being freezing and bundled up. Like, I'm so excited. Okay, so now that you all think that I am a very unhealthy yet super crazy person, do we have anything else to talk about?
I don't think so.
I feel like, oh yeah, remember I tried to get you to run in a race, the Run for a Cupcake race, which I thought was a fabulous way to get people.
A 5K cupcake race.
Yes, at the finish line you get a free cupcake. I'm like, I'm in.
But then you're the one who ditched it.
Yes, and I'm
because-
forwarding this to Brad. I'm like, Brad, let's do it. There's a free cupcake at the end, which, seriously, how sad is that one free cupcake will get me? But no, it's running on the beach in the sand, and I just don't think that... Wouldn't that be really hard?
Yes.
So, yeah,
That'd be cool.
I figured until they offer 2 cupcakes, I don't think we should
I'd
do
give
it
you
for
my
June.
cupcake if you want.
No, I don't think that we can do running in the sand yet. So,
What are you
okay.
running on a bridge?
Yeah, but that was trickery. I didn't understand what it meant to run on a bridge.
But you did it twice.
I did. I do like that. So I guess that is it. Anything else to say?
Not really.
We
Just
hope
been
you-
a little under the weather.
Oh, yes. This time, I don't know if y'all remember last time, I told him to suck it up, Buttercup, and I got super sick. Now I'm saying, sweetie, how are you feeling? Can I get you anything?
Yeah, no, you're not. You liar.
I did. I said, why don't you stay home
You're just like,
from
just
work?
just don't go to work. I'm like, that's not really a super option.
Right, but that was at least nicer than last time, which was
This is
suck it
true.
up, take me to the party.
Yes.
So, we hope y'all are big losers. Kick some fat's asses. We love your faces. And don't be very unhealthy like me.
Just don't get in the bathtub.
Yeah, okay. If you're given the option to get in a bathtub to find your body fat percentage, whatever price they're charging you, you can pay me half, and I will tell you you are perfect.
There you go.
There you go. In fact, I'm going to give it to you for free. You watching right now, you're perfect. Okay, so we will see you next week, YouTube.
Bye, YouTube.